You want to change your life? Then stop waking up like a loser and start acting like a fucking winner. Most people wake up every day already defeated. Snooze button, weak thoughts, and no plan. And they wonder why they're broke, broken, and behind. This video is your wake-up call. I'm giving you the exact morning habits that high performers live by. You do these every morning, and I guarantee your life will never be the same. The first 10 minutes of your morning set the tone for your whole damn day. If you wake up already behind, already distracted, already overwhelmed, you've lost before the game even starts. This is war, and you either take command of your day or it will own you. The people out there crushing it, building companies, dominating industries, creating legacies, they don't wake up to TikTok. They don't roll over and scroll. Winners don't consume, they command. The first 10 minutes are sacred ground, and if you waste them, you're telling the universe you don't deserve more. But let me tell you the truth. Success doesn't start with a vision board. It starts with a decision. A decision that every damn day matters, that every morning is a battlefield, and the first 10 minutes are your first kill or your first casualty. So what do winners do? They move fast, with clarity and with violence of action. They get out of bed with intent. They plant their feet, look in the mirror and ask, what am I doing today that takes me one step closer to domination? And then they write down the top 3 targets for the day. Not a scattered to-do list with 17 tasks, 12 distractions, and 0 direction. No, just 3. The big 3. The things that, if done, would make the day a victory. These aren't chores. These are power plays. Calls that make money, moves that shift momentum. Actions that demand courage, execution, and focus. Your 3 targets should scare you a little. Or they're not big enough. If they're too easy, then you're still living in the kiddie pool while claiming you want the ocean. Why 3? Because your brain doesn't thrive in chaos. You need clarity, not confusion. You need a sharp blade, not a blunt one. 3 targets bring focus. 3 targets force prioritization. 3 targets keep you accountable. When you wake up and write down those 3 power moves, you are putting your flag in the ground. You are telling the day, I own you. You are rejecting distraction and choosing domination. But here's the kicker. If you don't do this first thing, if you let emails, notifications, and other people's agendas creep in, you'll be reacting all day instead of executing. And reaction is the enemy of progress. When you dominate the first 10 minutes, you step into your day like a king, not a beggar. Like a leader, not a follower. And that shift, that control bleeds into every action you take for the rest of the day. So tomorrow, when you wake up, don't touch your phone. Don't start talking. Don't stumble around like a drunk in the dark. Sit your ass down, grab a pen, and write your 3. Set your intent. Because the man or woman who controls the morning controls the day. And the one who controls the day controls their damn life. Get under that cold water and feel alive. Not just awake, alive. Because every second in that freezing cascade is a war between who you are and who you want to become. Most people won't do it. Why? Because it's uncomfortable. It's painful. It's inconvenient, and that's exactly why it works. You think the Navy SEALs, the elite fighters of the world, forged their mental toughness wrapped in warm towels, sipping herbal tea and soaking in hot baths? Hell no. They stepped into discomfort. They walked into hell on purpose. And that's what a cold shower does to you every morning. It puts you through a mini war, a micro battle that most people run from the second the thought crosses their mind. You hit that cold water and your body screams. Your heart races. Your breath shortens. Your instincts tell you to jump out. But you don't. You stay. You breathe through the chaos, and in that moment, you win. You win over the excuses. You win over the fear. You win over the weak version of yourself that wants to coast through life. That cold water doesn't just clean your skin, It cleans your mind. It resets your nervous system. It primes your physiology for action. You come out of that shower not only wide awake, but sharper, more alert, more in control. That cold shock is your daily battle cry. You think it's just a shower? No. It's a statement. It's a declaration to the universe. I choose to suffer before the world makes me suffer. Because if you can walk into cold water by choice, what else can you conquer? That meeting you're scared of, that risk you've been avoiding, that conversation you keep putting off, suddenly, they're not that big anymore. You've already done something hard. You've already proven to yourself you don't back down. That's what discipline is. Not motivation, not inspiration, discipline. The power to do what's right even when every cell in your body says no. Cold showers are the daily reminder that your comfort zone is your cage. Warm water is easy. Comfort is seductive, but comfort kills ambition. It lulls you into average. And you're not here to be average. You're not here to be like the rest of them. You're here to be a killer in the morning, a machine by noon, and a legend by night. So no more warm starts, no more easing into the day. You want mental toughness? Earn it. You want greatness? Step into the cold. Because nobody ever built a legacy on lukewarm habits. So tomorrow morning, don't think. Just turn the knob to cold and step in. Do it with intensity. Do it with purpose. And when your mind starts screaming, smile. Because that's the sound of weakness. Speak your mission every damn day with power. Not some whispery woo-woo nonsense. I'm talking about conviction, thunder, certainty. Stand in front of the mirror like you're going into war and speak the words that define your existence. Most people wake up unsure, lost, drifting through life with no compass, no direction, no fire. And they wonder why nothing changes. You think successful people just hope their day goes well? No, they command it. They program their minds before the world even has a chance to influence them. Because if you don't set your own narrative, the world will hand you theirs. And it's usually full of mediocrity, fear, and doubt. When you speak your mission out loud, you're doing more than talking. You're shaping identity. You're hardwiring belief into your brain. Your subconscious doesn't give a damn if what you say is true or not. It believes what it hears often enough. So flood it with truth, with power, with certainty. Tell it who you are. Tell it what you're here to do. Tell it what you will achieve, not what you hope to. Hope is for people who plan to lose. Champions declare victory before the battle even begins. Don't just say things like, I want to be successful or I want to be rich. That's lazy. That's weak. Get precise. Say, I am a relentless executor building a multi-million-dollar empire that impacts millions of lives. Say, I'm a warrior of discipline, a machine of execution, and today I take one more step toward total domination. You don't need to feel like it, you need to say it until your feelings catch up. Do you think I feel like showing up at 5 a.m. every day? Hell no. But I do it because my mission demands it. And every morning I remind myself what that mission is, out loud. The voice in your head that says, you can't, you're not ready, you're not good enough, crush it, smother it. Talk over it until it drowns in your confidence. That inner coward is lying to you. And it's time you stop listening and start leading. When you affirm your mission, you're not just motivating yourself, you're reprogramming your entire operating system to perform at a higher level. You're conditioning your mindset for war, not comfort. Every morning, look yourself in the eyes and speak your identity into reality. Not like a sheep, like a fucking lion, like a savage who knows his worth and refuses to settle, because the world won't hand you what you deserve. It'll hand you what you tolerate. And if you tolerate silence, doubt, and small thinking, that's exactly what you'll get. So speak loud, speak proud, speak like your future depends on it, because it does. You either affirm your mission or abandon it. There is no middle ground. Get up and get moving. The moment you rise in the morning is your chance to ignite your entire system and set the tone for the day. When I say get physically moving, I don't mean a casual stroll to the coffee machine or some half-hearted stretching. I mean full throttle. Push your body to do something that makes you sweat, something that challenges you, something that forces your muscles to contract and your heart to race. This isn't some negotiation. It's a mandate if you want to win at life. Here's the deal. Your body and your brain are connected in ways most people don't even realize. When you engage in physical activity, you're flooding your system with hormones like testosterone, dopamine, and endorphins, the chemicals that power confidence, focus, and unstoppable energy. You're also crushing cortisol, the stress hormone that holds you back and keeps you trapped in a state of fear, fatigue, and frustration. This chemical cocktail flips a switch inside you that says, I am alive, I am capable, I am ready. Without it, your brain stays sluggish, your mind cloudy, and your will weak. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership to do this. Run hard, jump rope, do push-ups, slam some heavy weights. Whatever pushes you out of your comfort zone, the point is to move with intensity and purpose. The pain and effort you feel are the very things building the mental toughness you need to conquer your day and your life. When you sweat in the morning, you're not just cleansing your body, you're forging your mind into a weapon. Motion creates emotion. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a proven fact. When you move, your brain releases chemicals that lift your mood, sharpen your focus, and elevate your confidence. Sitting on your ass, scrolling through your phone, won't give you that. That just makes you weak, disconnected, and vulnerable to distraction. You want to feel like a badass? Then act like one. Move like one. It's simple. Weak body, weak mind. Strong body, strong mind. The discipline of showing up for yourself every morning and pushing through discomfort creates momentum that spills over into every part of your day. Suddenly, tasks that seemed impossible become manageable because you've already won the first battle, the battle against inertia and laziness. That morning sweat session becomes your declaration that you're done playing small and ready to play hard. Remember, champions don't wait for motivation to strike, they create it with action. Every rep, every sprint, every drop of sweat is a statement that you refuse to settle. You're not here to be average or comfortable. You're here to dominate. So get out of bed, hit the ground running, and crush your day with a body and mind that won't quit. That's how you become unstoppable. That's how you build an empire. You check your phone first thing in the morning, let me be blunt. That makes you a reactive puppet, not a high-performance assassin. Every morning, the moment you wake up, you're faced with a choice. Do you seize control of your day, or do you hand the reins over to someone else? If the first thing you do is reach for your phone, scrolling through endless feeds, notifications, emails, and messages, you are surrendering your power before the day even begins. You're handing your precious mental space and attention to other people's agendas, not your own. Social media, emails, news, none of that deserves your eyes or your energy until you've earned it. Why? Because those things are distractions disguised as connection. They are designed to hijack your focus, fragment your thoughts, and sell you someone else's dream, not build yours. Think about what happens when you pick up your phone first thing. You get pulled into other people's dramas, their successes, their failures, their opinions, and their noise. And while you're lost in their world, your own goals, your own mission, your own life are waiting in the wings, ignored and neglected. When you scroll through Instagram or Twitter right after waking up, your brain is bombarded with an avalanche of information, much of it irrelevant or toxic. This floods your mind with distractions before you've had a chance to set your own intentions for the day. You get caught up in other people's highlight reels, their controversies, their complaints, and before you know it, your morning energy has been drained without you even lifting a finger to pursue your own ambition. The first hour after you wake up is sacred. It's the only time in your entire day when you can shape your mindset and your focus without interruption. It's the moment when you set the tone for everything that follows. When you check your phone first, You're handing over that time and control to an endless stream of notifications, likes, and updates that don't add value to your life. You become a passenger on a ride driven by algorithms, not a captain steering toward your goals. If you want to be a high performer, you must claim that first hour as your own. Use it to get your mind right, to clarify your goals, to take powerful action toward your vision. Whether it's journaling, exercising, planning your day, or engaging in some form of self-improvement, this is your time to dominate your thoughts, not react to someone else's. You don't have to be the first person to respond to texts or emails. You don't have to dive into the endless digital noise. You need to establish a fortress around your morning routine, a discipline that protects your focus and fuels your ambition. Here's the truth. If you don't take control of your morning, someone else will take control of your entire day. And when that happens, you become a follower instead of a leader. You become a consumer instead of a creator. You become a victim of distraction instead of a master of your destiny. The people who succeed, who rise above the noise, don't start their days by handing over their mental power. They start with intention, focus, and discipline. They win the morning and they win their lives. So make a rule, no phone until you've won the morning. Protect your time and your mind fiercely. Build a routine that sets you up for success, not distraction. Because if you want to change your life, you have to start by taking back control. Starting the moment your eyes open. Losers wait for motivation. Winners build rituals that produce results. If you're serious about changing your life, don't try these. Commit. Do them for 30 days like your life depends on it, because it fucking does. Smash that subscribe button, leave your excuses at the door, and start acting like your future self is watching, because he is.